For workshop 7, we're going to add relationships to the schedule. So pretty much we're going to add logic, predecessors, successors. Again, the predecessors is the activity that comes prior, while the successor is the activity that follows. We've determined our logical sequence of activities, so you may now create relationships. Generally, when working with your project team, you want to communicate with your project manager, or engineers, or anybody that is working on a specific activity or WBS, and ask, in what sequence or what order you're going to do things, whether it be finish to start, start to start, start to finish, or start to, oh, there's another one, finish to finish. So either option, you want to find out how this project is going to go, how this activity is going to work by. This is how you get your logic. So one thing we're going to do first is going to display the predecessor column. So you right click onto your columns, and the predecessor column is under the list. So we're going to take that and put it after activity name. Click OK. Widen that a little bit so you can see things. And there's several ways we can input our predecessors for each activity. So we know this is a start milestone, so it's not going to have a predecessor, whereas this is the finish milestone, it's not going to have a successor. For OZ1010, you can click into the predecessor column, and this window pops up where you can select the predecessor, or you can do so by going to your predecessor column tab below. Or if you go into relationships, you can use the predecessor side, whereas you can do the same thing for a successor by either assigning a successor, going to the successor tab, or also adding a successor column up here as well. So we're going to start. I'm going to make this OZ1000. Now, another way I generally use as a shortcut, if you're working on a large project and to move quickly through it, something I generally do is use my control click. So I can either click on the first item, then hold control down and go click on whatever I believe comes after. Click on this, click on that, click on this. Now, Primavera remembers what sequence you're actually clicking, so it will actually order the links in that order. Then right click, select link activities, and it will make sure to link it in the order that you clicked. Or if you know an entire list is going to go the same way, you can click on the first one, hold down your shift on your keypad, and then click the final item and right click link, and it will link things from top to bottom. So I'm going to do that here and just link. If I click away, you can see the changes that were made. Now I'm just going to go in here and select 1040. Now, one thing about the windows is it stays open, so you can go to another activity and come back and select what you want. Now for this one that has two of them, I'm holding my control and clicking on both, and then just selecting add. And then after doing so, just close and then press F5 to refresh. And then after doing so, we're gonna schedule. So F9, schedule, and you will see the changes that is made to our schedule. After doing so, I just caught that I made a mistake and had 2 days here, whereas it should be 4. After doing so, your final finish date should be January 21st. Only these two activities, 3, I believe, this, and this should have float, whereas the others have 0. Now, if you look in the Gantt chart area, you can see that the logic has been set. I'm going to minimize this a little so we can see it. Okay. And in doing so, you can see the logic lines. How to hide this, you're going to click on the relationship lines tab and it takes it away. So if you're printing out a schedule, at times you don't want to show that, because if it's a big schedule, it becomes a lot of them just piling up on the print. Um, After doing so, we're going to actually leave them displayed. So click on it again. You want to format the columns per the picture below. So you want to make sure it matches. Again, print out your PDF so that you can see things clearly and you can be able to use Primavera on a wider tab on your screen, or you can make it smaller and watch the video to the left of it, however you see fit. If you have two computers, the better. You can watch the video on the other one and use the other computer for Primavera. So I'm going to match the columns. I'm going to take my predecessor, go to your list, select successor, put it right under predecessor, select OK, widen that a little bit. And I'm going to compare my answers, check the total float, check the start and finish dates, check your durations, check both the predecessors and successors, and make sure everything is correct. Now look at your Gantt chart and make sure that the activities as they're linked is the same. There's critical path except for these three activities. Those are the only two activities not on the critical path, and that's why they have some kind of float.